Yes, everyone, welcome back. Hope your day is going well. We have some transfer stories to talk about for today. Now, due to all the news that's coming out, I'm going to release 2 videos. For this first one, I'll be talking about the big news surrounding our concrete interest in RB Leipzig's Christopher Nkunku. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please get involved in the comments. Appreciate all the love being shown from a lot of you getting involved with the comments, hitting the like button. It's been helping my views a lot, so I definitely do appreciate that, you guys. But without wasting any more time, let's get straight into this story and break down this news. So let's start with the first story and let's discuss these big links surrounding Christopher Nkunku. Now, this story originated from German reporter Florian Plettenberg, and in this tweet it essentially says, not only is Tuchel looking at Gvardiol, Tuchel is also highly interested in Nkunku, but the player has got an offer from Leipzig to extend. They don't want to sell him in the summer. Right now, no release clause. United are interested, especially Ragnick. Of course, this report supports previous reports that came out all the way back in October 2021. This came out from Santi Una, a French journalist, basically saying that this is when our interest first became concrete. So Nkunku has been on this transfer target list for a very long time. We have scouted him. He has been watching games as well too. And currently, he's probably the most in-demand player in world football. I mean, you're looking at the clubs after him, and it's literally like every European powerhouse, us, Uniteds, your Liverpools, your Atletico Madrids, your Serie A giants, your Bundesliga giants, everyone wants him. No surprise, RB Leipzig will do their most to try and keep him. However, Nkunku wants to force a move this summer. Recently, last year, Nkunku signed up with superpower agent Pini Zahavi, and normally when players are turning towards Zahavi, they're doing that to get incredible contracts or to force moves away and move on to a bigger club. Zahavi has always had long-term links with us. It only makes sense that you're going to go to an agent that has that type of networking around him. So it's just really supporting the fact that Nkunku is most likely one of the favourites to be leaving this summer. Wants to push on to the next level. And boys, when you're seeing his form, when you're seeing that this guy's got 34 goals, 14 assists in 52 appearances. I mean, these are outstanding goal contributions, and the guy is ready for the next level without a doubt. So, now I want to give my thoughts and opinions behind this story and this transfer. And for me, I understand some of the skepticism. I mean, we get it. We know about Bundesliga tax. We see that in the Bundesliga, maybe teams prefer maybe playing for the fans to have more of a high line. There's more spaces, there's more goals, I guess you could say, and more entertaining, who knows. Regardless, sometimes players' stats maybe can look overinflated due to the amount of space and time they have to play on the ball compared to playing in the Premier League. I mean, we've seen with Werner, we've seen with Kai Havertz, when they first came, they needed like a whole season to just get used to the pace. I mean, Timo Werner, the way we're seeing him play on the ball now compared to when he first came, I mean, the guy was losing the balls every single second, was bouncing off him, and that intensity of being prepared to get ready to, hold the ball, fight the ball, keep possession, you definitely have to get used to that speed increase. So would Nkunku struggle with that? Potentially, but I don't think that's a strong enough reason to have skepticism towards a player. I mean, it's literally so many players need one season to fully acclimatise and get suited to a team. But I think with Nkunku, his acclimatization could be a lot faster due to the fact that, personally, I think he really complements this tactical role that we need in the team. I guess if we went for Nkunku, essentially we're saying that we are moving away from a traditional supply of goals. We're moving away from number 9s. I mean, we've seen the struggles now with Tammy Abraham. Didn't even play under Tuchel. He wasn't interested. Lukaku currently can't match the pressing intensity and isn't used to not being that focal point that gets all the balls and is able to be the one to apply the finishes to them. And of course, Timo Werner, he's played on the right, the left, up front, and the 2 in behind, and still we can't really find a way to get the best out of him. And then maybe it comes down to the simple fact that for this back 3 system to work, because it does seem like potentially we are going to be committing to a back 3 system in the summer, then maybe it's time to get more well-adjusted players that are more comfortable playing with their backs to goal in tight areas, that have that, flexibility, that tactical intelligence, that positional intelligence, that movement, And Nkunku, for me, would complement your Havertz's and your Mason Mounts, because he's kind of like the same profile of player as them. I mean, these are players that can play all across the midfield, all across the front positions as well too. And Nkunku can do that. I'm really trying to stress the importance behind the flexibility behind Nkunku's game. Imagine situations throughout a season where, let's say we've lost our striker, or we lost a cam or a winger. We've seen this season the consequences behind not having adequate quality as backups. Or even players that can fulfill playing in multiple positions, playing to a very high level. With Nkunku, if you need a cam, you got him. If you need a mid, you have him. If you need a left winger or right winger, a striker, someone to play up front with, you have all these possibilities. Now you're looking at a player, for me, that is ready for a top 4 level team. I mean, the guy is the match winner. I always value match winners, players that score the decisive goals in the decisive moments, that are able to turn half chances into big ones, and, who have that composure when it comes to counter-attacking, which Nkunku definitely has. I mean, this guy's calmness on the counter-attack and applying moves, that can definitely complement us as well too, especially if you could potentially see a front three where your Mounts, your Havertzes, your Nkunkus, they're sharing tactical responsibilities, they're swapping and interchanging positions, etc, etc. I think having more well-defined players that are suited to playing in the holes, playing in the middle, could be the way to unlock our attack and hopefully find ways to get us more goals. And the thing with Nkunku is that he gets a regular supply of goals from different positions, no matter where he's playing, similar to your Mounts and similar to your Kai Havertzes. I mean, the goal scoring record playing up front, playing as a cam, playing on the left, on the right, up front in the 2. I mean, it's crazy the amount of tactical possibilities it gives you. And it's probably no surprise to me why so many German managers really are fascinated and really interested in this new way of attacking, this new way of building attacks. Multifaceted players are able to influence the game, no matter what positions or areas they are on the field. For me, when your guy can do this, plus get the assists, get the goals, but not the stat padding variety, winning games for you, producing those moments for you. For me, that just tells you everything you need to know about the quality of a player. And I think Nkunku definitely deserves all of it right now. I think he would be a great signing. And the funny thing is, I feel like there's quite a lot of interesting attacking solutions and attacking players on the market that would definitely help improve our attack and potentially would actually suit Tuchel's ways of playing and Tuchel's demands. Nkunku, Nunes, ideally I could be quite happy with that. Not gonna lie with you guys, I definitely love Darwin Nunes. I love goal scorers like that, man. Absolute top class player. But I think Nkunku could be quite smart. Of course, force can move away from RB Leipzig. They know the interest they have for the player. Could even do things like maybe offer Timo Werner back in return. Could RB Leipzig say no to him? Would Werner say no to going back to RB? Who knows? But I just think Nkunku's style of play is going to complement his teammates. Him, Havertz, Mason Mount. Think of that fluidity. Think of that, the rotations, the positional sense as well too. And on top of that, the quality as well to affect the game from these areas. That's the most important thing. There could be times where Havertz is the guy who has to play up front, Nkunku on the right or the left, or it could be Mount, or it could be Nkunku up front. I think this is what makes a player like him very exciting, because he is quite niche. There's not many players like Nkunku that can perform that type of variety to that type of level and that type of quality. And I think, he had a big reputation when he left Paris Saint-Germain. I think he left when Tuchel was in charge there. Tuchel will know about the player. He'll probably be very impressed by the development of how he's improved so drastically as well too. For me, this could be a very intelligent acquisition for the team. You got to think about the future-proofness behind this player. God forbid anything happened to Tuchel. We've been in situations where managers struggle because they have to deal with the discards, even that sounds quite disrespectful, left over by the previous management. With Nkunku, due to that versatility, due to the quality in so many different positions, this is a player that will always have a role and purpose in the team. And I mean, bro, I'm not even talking about this guy's ability. I mean, you've seen the skill, the two-footedness. I mean, have you seen the finishes when he's on the end of these counter-attacks, a little dink finish at the end? I mean, that's elite player moments. And, I'm sure the stats probably show that he's overperforming his XG, etc, etc. But I always felt like that's always a natural thing for players to do once everything's aligning for them. The system, their form, and their improvement as individuals as well too. I do think with how RB play, I don't think it would be too long or hard for Nkunku to get used to what Tuchel wants. I mean, this is a very, German style and German approach as well. And I guess the only thing is, how much money do RB want? Because they don't want to sell the guy and there's no release clause. So this could be a signing that could literally be like a records transfer they're about to receive. And I do feel like Nkunku has that potential and that ability. I'm accepting the fact that we'll never have a player that's going to get 30 plus goals in a season. But someone like Nkunku that can bring in at least 25 goal contributions alongside a Havertz amount that can also hopefully all bring in 25 at least. I mean, you're looking at more goals, more wins, and hopefully more trophies as well to you guys. Now with big money signings, there tends to be a risk associated with them when it comes to our club. We haven't had the best success rate when it comes to investing large amounts of money, hoping to get that type of level of performance from that investment. However, with Nkunku, ultimately, I think there could be a lot of intelligence behind the signing. Not only is it the future-proof ability, but it's the fact that this is a player that can literally complement the existing attacking profiles in the team, or he can replace any one of them. I mean, if Pulisic decides that he's definitely going and moves abroad, Nkunku replaces him. If we need him to play alongside Timo Werner, let's say Lukaku is moving on, we keep Werner, he can complement playing alongside him, or we can even replace a Lukaku or a Timo Werner outright, allowing us to be even more flexible when it comes to signing attacking players in the window. So, you guys, on that note, that's my thoughts and opinions. This is the latest news surrounding Christopher Nkunku. How do you find the player, you guys? For people that have actually watched him play, please get involved in the comments and try and educate even more of us as well too. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. Thank you for watching. I'm in EFC. This is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.